So we left the house around 12 noon, and we got to the airport around, I think around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Everything was okay. The first thing we had to do was check in our baggage at the Philippine Airlines counter. Our baggage didn't exceed the maximum capacity allowed, maximum weight allowed, so that's good. Although there were some people on the line, like in front of us, who didn't bother to weigh their baggages before going to the airport. So they had, like, on the spot, they had to take some stuff out, which just caused like this huge delay. But you know, it's over with, it's done with, I'm good. Then I paid my grandmother's travel tax or something, then only to find out she was exempted from it. I just had to pay like a 200 peso processing fee. Then I got our boarding passes. We went through the terminal fee booth and paid 750 for each of us, so that's 1.5. Unfortunately, we were traveling also with my uncle's sister. My uncle is married to my aunt, who's the sister of my mom, if you can figure that connection out. She's also flying out here from the Philippines, and we just happened to catch the same flight. She wasn't aware of any terminal fee, or she had it in her mind that she was exempted from the terminal fee, so she didn't bring any money with her. I had to be the one to pay it, so she has to pay me back. I don't know how that's gonna work. So went through that again, just and like outside of that fact that she didn't have any money, everything else was okay. Then we hit immigration. Okay, so I'm at the airport. Ran into a bit of problem here at immigration. I didn't think to bring my certificate of recognition recognizing me as a Filipino citizen. So they wanted to charge me for overstaying, but I will need to present this document so that they won't do that. Everything else, my baggage went through. It's okay. The weight is okay. Everything is cool. I just have this problem, like right now. I had my mom fax the recognition certificate over here to give me a number. My sister is somewhere in Western Union branch faxing the said document. I absolutely need it. This is a lesson learned for me. Yeah, so those are the problems also being an American citizen. There's like 30 minutes left before departure and I'm still here at immigration, so good luck to me. They managed to fax it like at 3:30, 3:35, and my flight's at 3:55, so yeah. Managed to fax it, managed to present it, it was over, it was done with, you know. Then I go through security check. I had to take off my shoes. I had to, like, everything that my elaborate packing. I had to unravel all of it. I had to, what else? I had to show them my package. Sorry, my carry-on baggage. So I had to go through that. Apparently I was carrying one too many liquids because I thought it's like 100 ml per bottle. I was carrying 2 like perfumes with me, and it's the overall quota is 100 ml, so I had to let go of 1. Then like I went to like after all the security check, I went to the boarding gates, and you know, my bag was like unzipped because they had to check it. I wasn't even wearing my shoes. I just had to present my boarding pass and my passport and everything, just to get through the flight and make sure I don't miss it. So, like after all the drama with immigration, I'm finally boarding my flight. I'm on my way to the plane. Thank God. My mom is just managed to fax my OCR on time. So Here I am. It's kind of dark because I'm on my way. My grandmother's already seated, but yeah, I have to go through this. And I'm on board the plane. The plane is currently taxiing. We're moving. Flying in a few. Here's my grandmother with me, and they're doing the safety instruction regulation video, whatever, whichever. So yeah, so I'm doing this video while everybody's looking at me. This video, well, not everybody. Oh, there's somebody there. See the eyes? Yeah. So I'm finally on my way to Canada. Finally. So after that, it's just 12 hours of travel, which is surprisingly short. I was expecting like 16 hours or so. So yeah, with any long distance plane ride, you know, there are things to do on the plane that must be done. Okay, so but the other thing I'm looking forward to when I'm flying is the food. So here's my meal. I haven't opened it yet, but it's supposed to be beef with, I'm thinking that's mashed potatoes, some salad over there. My grandmother, right here, is having the chicken. Okay, let me just open my meal here. It's kind of hot, kind of warm. And I had some orange juice. I'm having beef thing with oyster sauce. So yeah. It's a good thing to do because I'm really hungry. Really hungry. Hello, so it's really dark now, and I've been passing the time playing with my Game Boy and in-flight movie. Of course, they were showing Red earlier and something with Rachel McAdams and Harrison Ford. I'm not really sure what movie that is. Right now they're showing an episode of The Big Bang Theory, so yeah. I just can't tell which episode it is. So I still have a couple of books that I can read while passing the time. For about 7 hours to go, so yeah. Hello, so it's finally morning. We're about a couple of hours away from our estimated time of arrival. We're having breakfast now. Yeah, just to show you what my breakfast is. It's sausage with potatoes, I think, and Lola's having some ground pork with scrambled eggs. So yeah, it's a delicious breakfast. And we have landed. Yeah, it's about 12 noon here in Vancouver. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of foggy, kind of dark outside. I heard it's been snowing lately, so I came kind of prepared. Yeah, there's not much to see outside, just overcast sky. But we landed safely after a 12-hour flight, so there. And then the plane lands and I can feel the cold, literally feel the cold from inside the plane. So thankfully, like my carry-on luggage, my carry-on backpack, I prepared for the eventuality. So I had like my scarves, my gloves, my skull cap in there, my extra jacket. So while I was waiting for all the passengers to like alight, before we can alight, because my grandmother had to be taken to a wheelchair, I had already changed to my winter clothing. And then we step out of the plane, and so yeah, I'm off the plane. My grandmother, I'm also against the light. My grandmother is gonna take a cart to the customs office, and now I look like this. I'm all covered up because it's fucking cold out here, and yeah, I'm not happy, but at least I'm prepared. We're here at the departure with my tita and my lola, of course. Hi! My uncle is there. Somewhere over there. It's Uncle Wayne, Tita Wayne. When we left the airport, they had something to eat. What I did instead was, we went to a mall. First thing I did was like look around and stuff. I went to check out like the Toys R Us. Didn't have what I liked. I saw some DVDs I liked though, but yeah, I wasn't gonna buy, cause like $20 for DVD, I'm gonna max out my entire budget for this trip. Just I don't want to do that. Um, so yeah, we finally, they had something to eat. I brought like a USB charger for AA batteries, which I need, since like the power requirement here, power output is 110. My gadgets, my batteries, their input is 220. So I was worried about the whole thing, but it's all good. I got a charger that I can use here as well as back in the Philippines. That cost me $30 though, but it's all worth it, And then finally took the ferry to Vancouver Island, and now we're at the ferry on the way to Vancouver Island, and it's fucking cold. It's really cold up here where I am. I thought I was prepared, but nothing to prepare me for this. Wow. Anyway, just to give you a bit of a view. Here we go. It's snowing, so it adds to the cold factor. Yeah. Wow. So like I'm at the stern of the ship, I think. I'm not sure if it's the bow or the stern. What's the term you use for like the front of the ship? I'm not sure. All I know is that the port side is the left side, starboard side is the right side. What am I saying? And it's not that cold anymore. It's a bit darker since it's probably about 5 p.m. Just want to share this little tidbit. I remember back in 1998 when I first rode these ferries, and I was still here, living here, and I started living here for about a couple of years. At the time I was fascinated by the movie and the myth of the Titanic. So like seeing this, experiencing this, like in a ferry, kind of reminded me of that, of what it must have been like, traveling on the Titanic. So yeah, that was one of the things. And being here like right now, it brings me back to those memories. And like I would have like my Walkman and the soundtrack to the movie would be playing, and I would be listening to it, and I'd just be looking at the spectacular view. Of course, I've never traveled during winter season ever, so I have no. This memory will be new to me, like snow and ferry and all. But yeah, so it's a different kind of view though. It's kind of gloomy. But then again, now that I think about it, I mean, April 1912, when the Titanic hit the iceberg, it's probably this kind of weather, right? We got to Vancouver Island, just went like straight to another aunt's house and had dinner there. Just met with a few people, with a few family members. So yeah. Here at my Tita Vicky's house. Let me just say hi.
Yes.
This is Tita Vicky.
Hi.
And their dog, Kimo, somewhere. There. So it's Tita Vicky ulit. There. And there's Bill and Tita Wayne behind me. There they are behind me. And I got reunited with my cousin Monique right here. Hi. And my Lala.
I know, but I will have.
There you are.
Very white hair.
We now have plans for Victoria and hot yoga apparently.
Yeah.
And if I'm lucky, a trip to the spa that she works in.
Yeah.
Okay. And some shopping, because apparently my shoes aren't gonna cut it in this weather. My current shoes. So that's my itinerary so far, and that's just a week. Oh, we have grocery shopping to do tomorrow.
Are you just going to Costco?
I don't know where we're going though.
Why are you sleeping?
And here's my grandmother again, she's sleepy.
Grandma, are you sleeping? I don't know if I like the short hair on Grandma.
I don't like my ears to show.
Here we go with my Tito Wayne over here, there, and Tito Joe. They're with my Playboy magazines over here behind me. Show me my Playboy. Anyway, so show them what I wrote before. So there. That's about it. That's about my first day here. And it's about 11, 12 more days to go. So I'm just gonna go have fun. and enjoy myself. So yeah.